Namaskar, myself Mrs. Hemlata Sahu, Assistant Professor Chemistry, Government DB Girls PG College, Raipur. Today I am going to deliver lecture on mechanistic and stereochemical aspect of addition reactions, which is a part of MSc second semester, second paper, third unit. Addition reaction, in simple words, in organic chemistry we can say any reaction where two or more molecules combine to form a larger one or adduct are called addition reaction. These type of addition reactions are limited to certain chemical compounds, means compound which have multiple bonds, such as compound having double bond, alkenes, compounds having triple bond, alkynes, and compounds that have rings or which have point of unsaturation. Types of addition reaction. Basically, addition reactions can be classified into two types: polar addition reaction and non-polar addition reaction. Now, polar addition reaction can further be classified into electrophilic addition reaction and nucleophilic addition reaction. And the two non-polar addition reaction can be classified as free radical addition and cycloaddition reaction. Now, let us see electrophilic addition reaction. Before understanding about electrophilic addition reaction, first we should know about the structure of an alkene. I am taking the simplest example of ethene, because what is the 2 of carbon-carbon double bond in ethene will be equally true for carbon-carbon double bond in more complicated alkenes. In this diagram, the line between the two carbon atoms represent a normal sigma bond between two carbon atoms, and the electrons in the paired electron lies in the molecular orbital, and the shaded portion above and below this line is showing a pi bond, and the electrons in the pi bond are free to move around anywhere in this shaded region and can move freely from one path to other. Now see, what are electrophiles? An electrophile is a chemical species that have either a full positive charge or it can have a slight positive charge on it. Let's see example of X, Y. Here, for example, Y is having more electronegativity than X, then the electron pair in this bond is pulled towards Y. Therefore, there develops a slight negative charge on Y and a slight positive charge on X. So, here X behaves as an electrophile. When this kind of molecule attack to an alkene or comes in contact of an alkene or ethene, then the electrons in the pi bond are attracted down towards the del positive X, and approaching pi electron repel electrons in the XY bond further down towards Y. As the process continues, there is a formation of X covalent bond between X and one carbon atom, and there is a generation of positive charge on another carbon atom, and therefore it is a carbonium ion. Now, Y, which is having slight negative charge, approaches to the second carbon atom, and ultimately there is a formation. In this slide we can see there is one X is combined to one carbon atom and Y is combined to other carbon atom. Here it is X CH2 CH2 Y type of products are observed. Now let us see nucleophilic addition reaction. Nucleophilic addition reaction is a chemical reaction in which a nucleophile forms a sigma bond with an electron deficient species, and the driving force for the addition to alkene is the formation of a nucleophile. First there must be formation of a nucleophile, say for example X minus, which forms a covalent bond with an electron poor unsaturated system or carbon double bond carbon in the first stage, and in the second stage, due to formation of a covalent bond between X and carbon in the first step, there is the pi electron pair is pushed towards the another carbon atom, and there is a formation of carbon ion with which Y gets attached, and finally there is a X CH2 CH2 Y type compound is formed. Ordinary alkenes are not susceptible to a nucleophilic attack or apolar bond. Now let us see nucleophilic addition in carbonyl compounds. here I have taken RCOL. L is a leaving group when it is reacting with a nucleophile and giving RCONU plus leaving group. Now, in the first step, nucleophile attack the carbonyl atom and forming a tetrahedral intermediate. And in the second step, the electron on oxygen move again towards carbon and there is a removal of leaving group and RCONU type compound is formed. Aldehydes and ketones also contain a carbonyl group, but their chemistry is little different than other compounds because once the tetrahedral intermediate is formed in aldehydes and ketones, they cannot reform the carbonyl group. Because of this, aldehydes and ketones generally undergo nucleophilic addition reactions rather than substitution reaction. Now, third type of addition reaction is free radical addition reaction. In this type of reaction, any unsaturated molecule or say for example alkenes, many alkene molecules combine together to form a polymer. See for example ethylene molecules combine to form polyethylene. This type of reactions are divided into three steps. First is chain initiation, then chain propagation and at last chain termination. Chain initiation, it occurs by the function of oxygen there or sometimes by peroxide. This oxygen combined with the simple say for example alkene molecule and forming organic peroxide. Organic peroxide, these are very reactive molecules and because their bond is very weak and easily break to give free radical. Now these free radicals formed in the first step, in the next step they attract to the other alkene molecule or ethylene molecule and forming higher free radical molecule. This process continues and as much as they collide and they are forming higher and higher free radical. Finally, there is a chain termination. Ultimately, the two or more free radicals combine to form a saturated molecule and chain propagation stops and in this way from ethylene to polyethylene is formed. Now let us see stereochemistry of alkene addition reactions or selectivity in reactions. Selectivity in reactions can be classified as four types. These are, first is chemoselective reaction, second regioselective reaction, third is stereoselective reactions and fourth one is the stereospecific reactions. First let us see chemoselective reactions. If a compound is having more than one functional group, but any reagent is preferred to combine with only one functional group and leave another group, then this type of reaction is called chemoselective reaction. I have taken this example in which there is CO group in a ring and COOCH3 group here in a side chain. When it combines with lithium aluminum hydride, it is reducing both the carbonyl group of the ring as well as of ester group. And when it combines with sodium borohydride in ethanol, it is reducing only carbonyl group of ring. So this is selective for only carbonyl group of the ring and this is a chemoselective reaction. Second one is a chemoselective reaction. This is another example in this slide. We can I have taken two examples. First compound is having CO group, on reduction it is giving alcohol. Second compound, it is having COOH group and on reduction it is also giving alcohol. In the next slide I am taking example in which both the groups are present in the same molecules, means CO group, carbonyl group plus carboxylic group, both are present in same molecule. Now there is a possibility of three type of reaction. First, if only keto group is reduced by any reducing agent, if only carboxylic group is reduced by any reducing agent, then compound 3 is obtained, and if both the groups are reduced by any reducing agent, then compound 4 is obtained. In this slide we see when 1 is treated with reducing agent sodium borohydride, we get only compound number 2. So, the evidently sodium borohydride reacts with only one of the two functional group in 1. Therefore, the reaction of 1 with sodium borohydride is chemoselective. Now, second type of selectivity reaction, that is regioselective reaction. What is the meaning of regio? In Latin, regio means direction or result. Means if any reaction is prefer one attack of any group to one direction rather than other, then this type of reaction is regioselective reaction. I have taken example of 2-methylpropane. When it is reacted with HBr, there is a possibility of formation of two types of compound. First, that is 2-bromo 2-methylpropane. Second, that is 1-bromo 2-methylpropane. But finally we get 2-bromo 2-methylpropane. So it is regioselective reaction. In this example, I am taking another example, addition of HBr to butene or butene 2. In this reaction there is a possibility of two types of addition reaction. That is, it can form 2-bromo 2-methylbutane or it can form 2-bromo 3-methylpropane. But we only observe the first compound through experiment. This is also predicted by Markovnikov's rule, which states that the preference for the bromine atom to bond to the more highly substituted carbon atom and giving the more stable orientation. And because there is a preference for one of these two possible orientation, the addition of HBr is regioselective. And third type of regioselectivity in reaction is stereoselective reactions. If any molecule or reaction give two stereoisomers like cis trans, DL, RS, syn anti, then this type of reactions are called stereoselective reaction. It is possible that one of the isomer is in large quantity and can be said major product, and other in compared to other isomer. These are sometimes divided into two types, stereoselective reactions and enantioselective reactions. What are the distereoselective reactions? If this is the example here, one of the alkyne, it is reacting with hydrogen and palladium in barium sulfate, and second, the reducing agent is sodium in liquor ammonia with ethanol. First case, when this alkyne is treated with hydrogen palladium, the major product is cis isomer. And in second case, when it is reduced with sodium in liquor ammonia, the major product is trans. So these are the distereoselective reactions. Similarly, let us see what are the enantioselective reactions. In this type of reaction, if the products are enantiomers, means mirror images, then it is called enantioselective reactions. I have taken example of pyruvic acid. When it is reduced with hydrogen in lactic acid dehydrogenase, two types of lactic acids are formed, minus lactic acid and plus lactic acid. Both are mirror images of each other, but the major product is plus lactic acids. So this is a enantioselective reaction. In the same way, we have seen a stereoselectivity in alkene addition reaction. Generally, the compounds are formed. These are syn versus anti additions. Let us take example of addition of HBr to 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexene. When this HBr is added to 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexene, two types of possibilities are there. When bromine and hydrogen on opposite sides, and when bromine and hydrogen on the same sides. When these are on same side, it is called syn product. When these are on opposite side, it is called anti-products. We observe both the products. Explanation, let us see. And we observe both the products are generally formed in equal amounts, though this type of reaction cannot be selective. So it is not selective. So because syn or antiproducts both are formed in the same proportion. But let us say other example, addition of bromine to alkene. When bromine is added to 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane, there is a possibility only one type of product is observed, that is anti-product. Here we can see these are dash and wedges, and dash means these are the opposite side where out of the plane, behind the plane. So these are, and in syn form both are in the same plane. So there is, we see only anti-product is formed. Then we say this type, it is a highly selective reaction for one stereoisomer over the another. We could go even further and say that because of the complete absence of the syn product, the reaction is stereospecific for the anti. Only one type of stereoisomer is formed. Let us see stereochemistry of halogenation. The halogens like chlorine and bromine add rapidly to a wide variety of alkanes and without inducing the kinds of structural rearrangements, means carb-cation shift noted for strong acids. This is because a discrete carb-cation intermediate does not form in this type of reaction. Stereoselectivity of halogen additions is strongly anti, as in many examples we have seen. Here we see that one bromine molecule is attacking ethylene molecule, then there is a possibility means there is a formation of pi bond attraction. The pi bond is attracted towards one of the bromine atom and forming a covalent bond. Ultimately the bond between the bromine is broken and the negative charge, a bond pair, is completely shifted to another bromine forming bromide ion, and there is a formation of carbon to bromine, a sigma bond or covalent bond. Now due to this formation of a sigma bond between a covalent bond between carbon and bromine, the pi bond between carbon is used here. So there is a positive charge on another carbon atom, means formation of a carbonium ion. Now this another carbon atom which is having positive charge and lone pair of electron which is present on bromine attracted towards this carbon atom. So there is a I have shown it in dash, which show that there is a formation, means it is showing an intermediate where there is a attraction between bromine and carbon, and because of this area is blocked, and because of this the bromide ion cannot attack, second bromide ion cannot attack from this side, and it attacks from the other side, and therefore there is a formation of anti-product. So why it is stereoselective for anterior, means why only anti-product is formed? Because of the intermediate form which blocks the one side, and there is so possibility of linking another bromide ion to carbon is only anti side. So it is stereoselective and anti-products are formed. Another example of hydrogenation of alkenes with palladium carbon and hydrogen, it is selective for syn addition. Here 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexene and it is reduced with hydrogen in palladium and carbon, and we see that only syn product is formed, means hydrogen and hydrogen are linked on the same side, whereas anti-product when hydrogen and hydrogen on the opposite sides, means anti-product is not formed, only syn product is formed. So explanation, how the only product of this reaction is the one where the two hydrogen atoms have added to the same face of the alkene. The product where hydrogens added to the same face to the opposite faces is not observed, means anti-product is not observed. So this is an example of highly stereoselective reaction, because only syn product is formed. Let us see the summary of this all syn versus anti-products. Means the key point for this from this post is pay close attention to the stereochemistry of addition reaction. What are the three main key points? First, that is a non-stereoselective, means mixture of syn and antiproducts are obtained when HBr attack to the alkene. And second, reaction that are stereoselective for antiproduct when bromine attacks to the alkene. Reactions, third is that reactions that are stereoselective for syn product when alkene is reduced with palladium carbon and hydrogen. So, these different reagents can lead to very different stereochemical results, and which is a point which is often tested for bioorganic chemistry instructors, because stereochemistry is really the key theme of organic chemistry. And what are the reasons? Maybe that there is a possibility of formation of intermediate and which leads to syn product or anti-product. At last, I am going to discuss stereospecific reaction. Although this is we take an example of this is substitution reaction. If different isomers of the same compound give different products, then the reaction is stereospecific, and that means the final product is decided by the stereochemistry of the reactant. In the above reaction, we see the chlorine is linked to the right side, giving product in which bromine is linking to left side. In the next side, we see chlorine is on left side, and when it is brominated, and then we see that it is giving product where bromine is linked to the right side. So, this type of reaction are called stereospecific reaction. Although this is an example of substitution reaction, but you must know about it. So, in today's class, we see about the mechanistic and stereochemical aspects of addition reaction. What are the regioselectivity, what are the chemoselectivity, different types of selectivity and reactions. Hope this lecture will help you in your study. Thank you.